Okay, let's continue here by diving into the solo for Enter Sandman. We're going to start with an oblique bend. An oblique bend basically means that you're holding one string down while you're bending another, and you're picking both. So we're going to start this by using the 15th fret, our pinky at the 15th fret, or your third finger, whatever one you feel more comfortable doing, at the 15th fret on the second string, and then the 14th fret on the third string. You're going to pick both of those notes together, and then you're going to bend the 14th fret up a whole step. So that pinky stays put, and then you got to keep that level while the other finger does the bend. And by the way, throughout this entire solo, he's really wailing on the wah pedal. So to really make this sound authentic, you might want to do that and just be leaning into one of those things to really make it sound like he is like the solo. So anyway, we do that oblique bend. You do that twice. I just brought it up and back down. Then as you come down, you pull off to 12 with your third finger on the third string. And that 12 is being played by your first finger. Then we're going to do a unison bend. It's still oblique in that you have one string moving and one not, but since they're actually becoming the same note at the end of the bend, they're considered a unison bend. So your first finger at the 12th fret on the second string, and then the third finger at the 14th fret on the third string. Pick those together and bend up that 14 again. Do that bend twice. Bend until they become one note. So we have this so far. And then back to the 15 and 14 bend from before. Come down and pick the 12 on the third string, and then do a whole step bend at the 15th fret on the second string. Do them a couple bends. So far. Okay, now we go to do some octaves here. We're going to do an octave shape starting at the 10th fret on the 5th string, and the octave of that note will be the 12th fret on the third string. You can play that note with your pinky or your third finger. But make sure that note in the middle, that is on this case, the 4th string is muted by the bottom of the tip of your first finger. So we pick those 3 strings, and remember the one in the middle won't be heard. So you just have these 2 outside notes. You pick this note, then slide up to the 12th fret. Then pick that twice. Then pick again and come back down. And do that figure again. So these octaves go. All right, then we take this little pentatonic phrase on the way down. And that is basically pretty simple. 14, pull off to 12 on the third string, and land on the 14 on the 4th string. Okay, then from there do the same lick again, but just up one string each. So it goes. All right, then we're going to take that and do a pull off from 14 to 12 again, but this time slide down to the 10th fret. So it's 3 notes on the same string. Pick, pull, slide to 10, and then play the 12th fret on the 6th string to end that little run. All right, now we get to the really fast stuff. Now, to do this, there's kind of a little bit of random picking going on in here, but we're going to start by doing like unison bends again. So basically, I'm keeping my first finger here at the 12th fret on the first string, and I'm using my third finger at the 15th fret to pick and bend it up a whole step so it matches this note at the 12th fret on the first string. Then I pick that note on the 12th fret on the first string. So you want to do that over and over again really quickly. So in this part, kind of random picking, but what's going on is a little bit, he starts at like just going 12, 15, and then he does a double pick on 12, and then After the second double pick, you do a hammer on pull off from 15 back to 12. So I'll do it slow. So pick 12 twice, and on that second one, hammer and pull off. Just kind of do that randomly, so we get this. And then you're going to pick 14 by itself. And then we're going to start a little arpeggio run. We're going to slide into 14 from 12 to 14. And we're going to do this little D major arpeggio, which is going to be an upstroke on the first string, pulling off from 17 to 14. And then a downstroke on the 15 on the second string. So we have this. So upstroke, pull off, downstroke. Do that arpeggio twice. And then pick this 14 and slide it to 15 on the first string. Then we're going to do this arpeggio, a little E minor arpeggio, pulling off from 7. Same pattern though. We're going to pull it from 19, pull off to 15, and then pick 17 on the second string. The same picking as before. Do that twice, then pick the 15 and slide it up to 17. And this last arpeggio shape is just going to be, and that is just pick 21, pull off to 17, and pull off to the open string. And do that 3 times. And then we're gonna, this guitar only has 21 frets, but his is 22. You want to grab the 22nd fret and do a whole step bend. If you only have 21 frets like me, you have to really bend it pretty hard to get up to that high E note that he's going for. But like I said, if you have a 22 fretter, it'd be much easier. Okay, so then we get to this little kind of a double stop section where you come to the 9, hold the 9 on the second string and the third string and pick them and bend them up. And they end up kind of becoming, one of them goes up a half step, one of them goes up a whole step, but that's just kind of naturally how the tension of the strings works out. So we did that bend a few times, 4 times to be exact, and then 7 on the third string, then 9 on the fourth string. Then we had this little run. Hammer from 7 to 9 on the fourth string, and then 9 on the third. Then pick 10 on the second string. Then we have this little thing. Oh, sorry. And that's that run is just 10, 8, 7. On the second string, then pick the 9th fret on the third string, come back to the second string and do a quick little hammer pull, 7 and 8, little trill, and then come down to the 9 on the third, then back to the 7 on the second. And then we have a pull off from 9 to 7 on the third. Come over and grab the 9th fret on the fourth. Then go back to the 7 on the third string. Then we have a full pull off from 9 to 7 on the third, then the fourth. Then come down to the 5th string, 9. And back to the 7 on the fourth. And then after you hit this note, you're going to hit it again as like kind of a grace note. You're really just using it to hammer on the 9th fret on the 4th string, so you won't really hear that note. Then pick 7 again on the 4th string, then 9, 8, 7 on the 5th. Slide down to 5, and end the run with the 7th fret on the 6th string. So from here, we have okay, so And then we have this little F sharp minor pentatonic lick. So that just starts with a quick bend at the 16th fret on the 3rd string, whole step, and then play 14 on the 3rd string, and then play 16 on the 4th string. So we get this bend on the 16 on the 3rd, 14, 16 on the 4th. Come back up with a 14 on the 3rd string. So we have this. And then repeat that. So we get this. Okay, so it's like a 4-note lick just repeated. And then we do a, and that all that is a bending, holding this. It's kind of like this oblique bend that we did at the beginning of the solo, but at the 16th fret with your 3rd finger, and then the pinky on the 2nd string at the 17th fret. But you bend the 16, then pick the 17 on the 2nd, and let them ring together. So I did it like 4 times, but picking them individually the first 3 and then together on the last one. Then take your whammy bar and add some little bar dips to it. And you can kind of start slightly releasing the bend if you'd like. And then we come back to this last arpeggio, this at the 21, pulling off from 21 to 17 to the open string, like 6 times. And then that bend again at the 22nd fret is going to be the 21st on my guitar, but you got to bend up to the high E, and picking while you're doing the little bit picks in there if you like. And then we have this last run of the solo. Now that's back to this 10, 8, 7 on the 2nd string. Pick that and pull all of those off. So 10, pick, pull off to 8, 7, and then pick 9 on the 3rd string. So get this 4 quick notes. And then pick 9, pull off to 7, and on the 3rd string, and play that 9 on the 4th string. Sorry. And then we have pull off 9 to 7 down to 5, slide down to 5 on this, all on the same string. So we have 3 licks so far. Then this one, then this one. And then we have, that kind of ends the phrase. We're going to slide very quickly up to from 7 to 9 on the 4th. Come back and play 5 on the 4th, and then over to the 7 on the 5th. And we're going to end the solo by picking 5 and hammering on 7 and pulling back off to 5 and sliding down to 4. So we have this. All on the 5th string. Then pull off to the open string and hammer on the 2nd fret on the 5th string. And then add the bar. Okay?